Well, hey, Cancerians, how about a reading from your metal dog today? It is Cardinal Signs weekend, and here we are in Libra season. So, we're going to ask about relationships. We have been working on ourselves, and now in Libra, we get to work on our relationships. And that's what we're going to do for the next while. So, let's see what is happening. We're going to start with a card from the Guardian of the Night Tarot to get a sense of what this relationship is about or what's going on here for you. So we have a waiting, 3 of Wands. You manifested and now you're waiting. And also you can often see in a 3 of Wands help. There's outside help here. So this one is receiving this gift from this other bird. Well, that's lovely. And the wands represent passion and fire. And we have a lot going on with Aries because we have this full moon in Aries, right? At the same place that we have Chiron, the wounded healer. So we are in a moment of having a lot of that mojo and a lot of that healing of our sense of identity. That seems to be a part of this for you, Cancer. And Aries being your fellow cardinal sign. Oh boy, we got just a few things going on underneath the Cancerian surface. Very beautiful. I'm seeing themes. Now, I just did a reading for Libra, so I've seen these cards in different decks. So there's an ending or completion of a major cycle here, Cancer. You have gone through something and you are ready to start a new cycle. So the world. There is the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, of manifestation herself. Very attractive being. It could be you, could be somebody around you. And because we have another Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Security. What's going on in our earth signs? I know we have Saturn in Taurus going direct. And so maybe that's why we're seeing the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Wands would be that. It must be that Aries fire energy that's coming in here. We will look a little more closely. It looks like there's a wait. You've been waiting and the wait is over. That's what I see, Cancer, because I see the beginning of something between this Queen of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles. Whatever this is, we'll find out. It doesn't have to be like an intimate romantic relationship. It can be. It can be a family member, someone at work. So we're going to ask who. That will be the first card we pull. And you see who this reminds you of in your life. All right, Cancer. Who are you in relationship with? This is, I knew it was going to be a water sign, the 10 of water. I've seen this. It is your family, your community, your heart people. Beautiful rainbow fairies here with the hummingbird. This is a very joyful, lovely person who is a person of your heart. And that's who we're talking about. Or people. There's nothing that says that these can't be relationships about all the people that love you. And there's the mermaid here in the water. And all the lotus flowers, these water lilies, they are symbols of the emotions of the cups in this deck. That is beautiful. What a lovely person to be in relationship, or people. Okay, let's keep pulling. What is the nature of this relationship? The nature of this relationship, an Ace of Air. This is a relationship in which it's the mind, air, swords. It's a relationship that is full of truth and the hard truth. It's one in which there's powerful honesty. and she is fighting the dragons here. She has her massive Ace of Swords, her sword, and she is battling the demons. And in this deck, these dragons are often kind of like specters of the way that we can struggle with darkness. And she is definitely in a stark landscape, all in white. Her weapon is truth. She can face her demons with that truth. So it's an honest relationship. It's very powerful. It is a person that you can tell the truth with and who tells you the truth. What you bring to this relationship. 7 of Water. You're a dreamy person that has lots of beautiful ideas and emotional choices. So water being our emotions. And in this deck, which is actually the same artist as the first deck I pulled from, with these beautiful Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. And in this deck, when I look at this 7 of Water, I always think of the Star card, which is a card of healing. There is healing in water here, and it is your element, water. So this person, this 10 of Water person or people, there's healing with them, and that's not what the 7 of Water typically means. It's just that it very much looks like the Star card, a card of wish fulfillment and healing and divine support. And I have a particular anti-Cancer in mind who I know is surrounded by love and the people that are her heart people. And she has coming through a challenging health time. And I've been there with her, and we've met her in my meditations and my shamanic journeying in the other world. We've met her in a pool of water, like a hot springs that came down through several pools to cool, and there she is sitting joyful in her body, with her hair wet and her big smile, and all of us together with her through this, what has been a family time. So I think of this Cancer, and so I think that this gift is something that you bring. 7 of Water is also about choices. It's about fantasies and illusions, and which choice should I make that will bring me emotional fulfillment. So there's something really beautiful that you bring here, Cancer. All right, what are you going to learn? You are going to learn to fight like the 5 of Fire. And here we see this, I love this fairy. She is fighting off all these little snakes. These are competitors with competing ideas. And she is standing on their bodies. So the 5 of Fire it's a great card. I don't know. It's actually usually read as like a negative, but I like it because it's just like everybody has ideas. They're all talking at once. My idea, my idea, my idea. Oh, this, how about this, how about this, how about this? And so the trick is to find your integrity in this and to know who you are when there's all these competing great ideas. So I think of it as like a room with no leadership, and of like knowing who you are in the midst of a kind of chaos, a competing for your attention, right? So it looks like she has very good boundaries, and she's sturdy, right? She's a sturdy body. And I think that, if we think of fire and wands as being about our vitality, about our bodies themselves, our passion, and also our creativity. And so we do need to enjoy the chaos, all this creative chaos and competition, but then know what we think and who we are and what our will is in the midst of all these other great ideas. So that's what you're learning, Cancer. What is hidden from you is judgment, ascension. So this is very much about the World card, which means that you've finished something here. And it is time to move up. Having done this well, you move up to the next level. So it is not about dying. It looks like it though. Yeah, there's like arrows coming down. And the soul rising. That's a beautiful image to look at. I'm definitely a little bit freaked out about the kind of rising from the body. We'll just say that. But we'll clarify and we'll find out what's going on. It's just about moving on in your life. So it doesn't need to be about, it is not about dying. It's not the death card. Okay, one card on the bottom here, an 8 of air. So this is your mind, Cancer. You're feeling trapped. It's in your mind. This little fairy is tied up by all these spiders. And I know when that happens to a fly, the fly is going to get eaten for lunch one day. But the 8 of air is just a state of mind. You're in fact free to move on if you want. And I can think, it's interesting. I think that Cancer, there is a dilemma about whether you want to move on, actually. Given that everybody around you has strong needs and desires, and so you can choose in an 8 of air, like, okay, they want me to stay, I am obliged to stay. And yeah, so that is here as well. So it's where do I see a decision? Maybe because the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, these two queens, they suggest to me a decision. So in this relationship, you're being helped by this, in this 3 of Wands that we see here. You're being helped. Something that you manifested is coming. You're finishing something. And maybe you're surrounded by a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Pentacles. I think because there's 3 figures here, I do see more than one loved one in this reading. But it is a relationship where you can be honest. You're very healing, but you do need to learn how to stand up for yourself. And you don't know this. This is what's hidden from you. So what comes in for me with this 8 of air, what coming in is you may want to leave, but you may choose to stay. I feel this choice. So let me clarify. What do I want to clarify with? I know exactly what I want to clarify with. Okay. No, I guess I don't know exactly. I know I want to clarify with this, and then I didn't listen, so let's do it. We will use my very first tarot deck, the Tarot of the Wild Unknown. I do feel like you are at some kind of wild unknown, my Cancerian friend. And let's see if we can find out more about that. All right. The people, the person that you're in relationship with, this beautiful 10 of water, this mermaid, or these 2 figures on the shore. That's what I think. You're the mermaid. You're her. This is you. You're the mermaid sitting on the moon, reaching for the stars. And you have these 2 loved ones. That's how they come in for me. This family feel. Okay. There's the 10 of Cups again. Oh, this is very loving. It's the peak of your emotional cycle. This could be, yeah, it's just a lovely person. or people. There's a choice. There's the choice that I feel they have a choice. And there is work. Let's see. Could be somebody at your work. It's almost like, so this is the people or person. So there's a 10 of cups, and then there's work, and then there's a dilemma. And so when I see this 2 of swords, like, it always makes me think, okay, well, the other 2 cards are the 2 choices. You can see there's an eclipse here. One eclipses the other, ultimately becoming the choice that you make. There's another sense of choice that comes in with our 7 of water. That's like its most basic reading, is that it is choices. So there is this person or people. They're choosing work can eclipse love for them. Okay? So sometimes they get over involved in their work, and it eclipses this beautiful love that you have, that you share. Okay? So that's your person or people. And they come in as people for me. It's like you're around people that are passionate about their work, they're skilled at it, and sometimes work eclipses love. Okay, but you have a relationship that is full of honesty and truth. You can fight demons with truth, and that's what this card is about. All right. 6 of Cups, soulmate, connection, deep roots, a long old thing. It's a childhood, inner child, past life relationship connection. Mother of Swords, more truth. Like, she has absolute clarity, and she, without harshness or cruelty, although she's often described as cold, she can be like, we're done with that. That is out. Okay, so that's what I see in this relationship. And then see another 3. There's 3 people here, or 2 people. It's either you and 2 people, or so it's very much like your heart people. It's like a community of people that, it could be people you work with, but I don't really think it's people you work with, because this is a relationship that is old, childhood, past life connections. It's full of truth and wisdom, and this is it makes it possible for you to be intimate with these people, that you have this long history, and that everybody's quite direct. And like the Mother of Swords, you can see how this owl looks at you. She's like, I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to be passive aggressive. I'm going to directly tell you the truth. And so then this makes for a joyful intimacy here with this, in this realm. So it's a lovely relationship full of truth. And it's one that makes it possible for each of you in this relationship to take on the darkness inside of you and out in the world together. It's beautiful. It makes me kind of tearful. It's so beautiful. Okay? What you bring to this, Cancer. The Knight of Pentacles is jumping out of the deck there, so maybe he'll come back around for us. The slowpoke, responsible plan. So if that's how you are, Cancer, that's it. It's a part of your gift. But we see you here bringing this beautiful healing, this wish fulfillment, all of the fun and fantasy and emotional Cancerian watery beauty to the equation. Okay. The Emperor, decisive decision. This is some of the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's, you know the plan. Like, for some reason that comes in for me with this 3 of Wands, which is your overall energy. Lots of 3s here. Strength. This beautiful, lovely, it's a feminine energy in that it is loving and nurturing, and it calms the beast. And we see this the sun, the lion, the rose and the lion's teeth, infinity. This is a very powerful card. Major Arcana, Emperor, Strength, some Leo vibe here. Getting a lot of Leo in readings, Wand, Fire. I don't think there's any planets in Leo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... And there's your card, the Chariot. Emperor is Aries. These are your qualities. Strength, Leo. And the Chariot, Cancer. Your card, Momentum. Strength and the Chariot are intention, because the Chariot is that animal. It can be like all this momentum. It makes you do really... It's like you're powerful. Like both the Emperor and the Chariot suggest to me like all of this cardinal energy that you can get things going. And then the Strength card modifies that because it brings the heart into the matter, and the gentleness of Strength, which is often a feminine figure who is putting her hand in the lion's mouth. She calms the inner violence. And the Chariot can have a kind of violence. I don't care, let's go. So when I see you here reaching for this star, this is the gift that you bring, and it's like all of these cards have a sun in them. You can see the Emperor has an eclipse, and the Chariot has this black moon. This is the star I see. You bring this moderation, this gentleness into your relationship. But you're also amazing, all major arcana. So I really see how you're this powerful, lovely gift to the ones that this reading, your relationships, which are, with maybe workaholic-y types, but who are also true heart people. They're soulmate people. And I believe there are more than one. Okay. What you have to learn, this 5 of Fire. Be like the fairy. Know what your will is in the midst of everybody else's. 4 of Pentacles. This is a card of control. Small worldview. I'm grabbing hold of my 4 because I don't think there's more, and I'm worried about lack. Then going to your inner resources, this Virgo energy of the Hermit. You go alone and you look to your inner light. This is great advice for how to come through this. All right. Don't be afraid, and don't get locked down and get controlling and stubborn. Just go in and know your truth. Okay. If you don't already know this, and you do have, and there's the Lovers, more of a sense of choice, but also of just simpatico on all levels. It's like we have this conflict, and then we have this beautiful, graceful union that comes when you know who you are, what your truth is, and that is the nature of this relationship, right? It's one full of truth. And then you bring this, and it puts all of the chaos into beautiful, the way that geese fly, the way that birds fly together, as if they are connected without needing to communicate. I mean, obviously we don't totally understand how that works, but that's beautiful to learn how to do that. And it looks like you're learning to decide. There's something that you are deciding. I just have that feeling. And I don't really know what it is, but it sort of looks like this is what's hidden. All right, so let's clarify that. Oh, my dog is snoring. It's getting dark in my house. Okay. What is this? Hidden. Judgment. 10 of Swords. An ending. The mind. Ideas. A paradigm. So when you finish, you get to a 10, and then you get to go to the next cycle. Here's your 5 of Wands again. So ending that 5 of Fire, that confusion, that chaos, that competing ideas. And there is the secret. Little Foxy's got the truth hidden. I think this remains hidden. You don't communicate this truth to people that you always tell the truth with. Maybe you're not even telling yourself this truth. Okay. You're certainly not telling me, Cancer, which I have no problem with. Yeah. Good. So underlying is a bringing of the truth, the Son of Swords. The truth coming in. So, yeah. Your mind here is working through something. And I don't feel like there's unhealthy dependence in this relationship. I feel like these people are people you're honest with, you have a long history with. But you have, like, the 5 of Fire does kind of come through with me of like you're learning how to assert your will within amongst the wills of others that are quite powerful for you. And I think when you ascend from this place of conflict, this 5 of Wands place, when you're done with that 10 of Swords, that's when you get this truth. It's coming, but you need to understand like who you are in this relationship with these other people before you can move on to the next level. And when I look at who you are, I see you're quite Major Arcana, Emperor, Strength, the Chariot. This is very powerful. You're full of strong will, strong desire, momentum, action comes from the heart. And this is where you draw this beautiful healing 7 of Water. So I'm reading the 7 of Water energy from. So cute. Can you hear my dog snore? So you draw from huge power. Huge, like you actually, this is your gift. You know who you are. You know what you want. You get started with that cardinal energy that's lovely for those of us that, like, I'm fixed in so many ways. And cardinal energy, like, is so great for me to be around because then I get...
Well, hey, Libra, happy birthday month to you. It is...
I just accidentally turned on another reading there. Sorry. Yeah, so it's wonderful to be around your let's get this going energy. And that's what you bring to your friendships. But you're still learning this. This is whatever this means to you. This is what you're learning in these relationships. To fly in union by your own volition. And I think that these other two, these are your people. These are your people. And they have they're powerful like you. You love them deeply. But you want something. You're waiting for something. There's something that you want that you're waiting for. Perhaps it's being delivered by this other bird. And I can't see what it is, my friend. I mean, I could maybe like whip out another deck and see what it is. I don't think I will. I see some stuff here, but I respect your privacy, Cancer. So, yeah, I can't see what your secret is, right? You're keeping it secret. What's hidden in the tarot, I don't think you even know what it is yet, but it's the difference between this staying and this going. this is, I feel like you're deciding between staying and going. And that you need this to come in before you know what to do. So whatever this truth is, that's coming. Yep. And that is your reading, Cancer. And I would say that these people love you so much, and they are so your people, your heart people, that when you're ready to tell them this truth, and that is the nature of your relationship, right? This is the nature of this. This is how you guys treat one another. Let me tell you directly what the truth is. You're just not quite ready with that truth, Cancer. And when you're ready, you will tell them, and they will completely accept what you tell them. That's the way that you're loved here. Yeah, but you need to know what it is. Amidst their desires, you need to know yours. And that takes this time of going inward and knowing what that is. We all have to do that. Take a little time in the shell, and I know you with your hermit crab, you do go into your shell and figure stuff out, and it can take a very, very long time, and we who love you find you worth waiting for. So Cancer, I hope this helps. I'm of course intrigued, and I would love to know more if you want to tell me, but no need. All right, have a beautiful day.